Here we are. We are coming around the bus stop chicane now, and as soon as the leader passes the start-finish line, it is all green. It is go. But here we are, round 5, Racing Haven. The track is hot here in Belgium, and it is all guns a-blazing. It is go. And immediately, we're going to see Europa drop back down to 3rd, although he's not going to take that one lightly. Cod going to go around the outside, try and keep some good pace going, but he's going to get usurped by one of the Ferraris. And already we've had an incident. We have had a car around. Let's see exactly what just happened there. I think that was Minju. Oh no, that's Hooper going to be dropping down some places as well. And the mid-pack is going to see a little bit of chaos. We just see one of the other cars. That is going to be a Corvette as well, peeling off to the side. Contact between Ardno and Ottavio here, both fighting for space. Off-track, FRR already laying down the hammer. Albon going to lose a little bit of speed. And Ardno is going to make quick capitalization. Oh, that was Amarth, in fact, who got spun around the source. So, of course, one to watch. So usually, if anything, I would be expecting the Merc to be the one to go around. Big kick up a gravel. Who's that going to be rejoining? That's Cod Chaos. He's lost a lot of time there. Tap on the rear. That's going to come from one of the BMWs. Ottavio not having the best of times. Jumping around a little bit further and seeing the mid-pack battle we've got going on here. Drazi is going to be looking for some space. Ardno's trying to bide his time and see where he can get some room on this track. But where can he go? It's going to be tough. Eyes on the front, however. Europa half a second behind with 0.7 of a second. It's going to be a very interesting session for these front 4. I'm very curious to see how this turns out, purely on the basis that we will have quite a bit of slipstream and strategy deciding a lot of this fight. But let's see here. Randler up in P8 right now. Cavatra a bit further up. Randler switching to controller. Previously renowned for being one of the fastest keyboard players, has made the switch and seems to have done so fairly well. He's adjusting quite nicely. He's also gone for a very strong initial stint, so the limiting factor is going to be the tyres. It's not the fuel, it's going to be the tyres here. He's going to have to be very wary of that. Yeah, that's Bonnie up in 6th. I'm going to jump up and see what's happening. You see Breezy sort of being the bridge between the two packs. Oh, a little bit of a wobble there for Albon. Contact between the two. Coming through Blanchimont. Is there going to be a move into bus stop? Jumping on the brakes a little bit later, but Albon remains on the inside. Just enough space, but not enough to get a comfortable run on the Corvette. Looking very close between them. Is there going to be much more of a push from Albon? He's going to try and hang the inside as we go into La Source and opening up lap 7. Oh, in fact, taps the wall there. Not ideal whatsoever. But he's going to be pushing, and he's going to be getting it up into P10. Very nice run there from Ottavio, and a great track performance thus far. Someone is going to have to yield, especially you got 2 wide just behind through Eau Rouge and Radion. Big off there for Ottavio, did not make the corner work. 1.5 seconds on FRR, and going to be losing the spots to both Ash and Antoine. Ash is going to be pushing up into P10, but is immediately going to be taken by the LMP driver. Might see these two continue to fight. Beamer versus Merc. And it almost looks like, I'm noticing here with Antoine, notice how his car rotates as we go through some of these corners. It's almost as if, although that was far from intentional, the Merc relies on a little bit of slip angle to get the rotation it needs. And while that was a bit too deep for Antoine there, you can sort of see how it's almost leaning into a corner and how that's helping it with its grip in some cases. We jump further up ahead and we see an interesting development as we've had a few drivers take their pit stops. Barcode really struggling with Eau Rouge and Radion, and Bonnie, is going to take lead of the race of the first stint for most cars. Breezy has now come in as well and has come out behind Bonnie, but could see to get themselves a position here as they've had a very good Eau Rouge and Blanchimont. Bit of contact between them. You can see trying to use the slipstream, trying to push the car as far as it can go. Going to have the nose up ahead. Bonnie's going to have no choice but to yield. And with that, Breezy is now into P12 and into provisional P3. In terms of the one stint runners, they are third place currently. So Breezy is very much putting up a good fight and is right on the back of green, in fact, right now. Very good running, very good racing. Great to see. He's really putting up a fight here and showing that he can go toe-to-toe with the best of them. Dropping a bit of positions though, and just as I say, he's done well. He's had a little bit of a wobble here, but he will hopefully pick himself back up there. He has had a bit of a wobble. No, Otavio is well and truly gone, unfortunately. We jump up with Bonnie, and we can see he's defending from Europa. He's going full push around the outside. These two are going to go side by side around the end of the Kemmel. Europa is going to have the inside line, and Bonnie is going to yield. Really going to be able with the kind of positioning he had. You can see, talking of stint 2 runners, we've got Hooper here, hiccuping about the track a little bit, and oh, that's major contact between the two. Hooper's going to get, looks like pit maneuvered, and they are going to be completely off track. Ouch! Now that is something I think that's definitely going to be scrutinised by race control. You can see Albon now heading into the pits to join the rest of stint 3. Europa and Bonnie could see to get themselves a free position here, depending on how quickly Legacy can get up to operating temp and get himself back in the zone. Europa really wobbling through Eau Rouge and Radion there, just not taking a great line. He's going to have an extra second added to his FRR penalty, and with that, Bonnie is going to strike and go for the move. Down the Kemmel straight, a little bit more speed, a bit more wobbling coming in from Europa as Bonnie closes the door, closes the gap. Much further ahead than we've seen with a couple of challenges before, and that is going to be a very solid overtake there from Bonnie. That's going to make it third position. In recovery here throughout this entire race, kind of almost in the background. He kept to himself, done a really good job, although very good section here from Breezy. We're going to see the two Venatics drivers go head to head as we go down the Kemmel straight. Who is going to come out on top of this one? Let's see, it's going to be Breezy with a little bit more of a run. Cod is going to tuck back into the slipstream. Was very, very aggressive on the brakes. Pushing hard. You know which way you're going. Bit of contact between Avo and Ash. Let's see who's coming out on top here. Ash is going to peel to the left. And meanwhile, we've got Pav peeling to the right. It's 3 wide going down the Kemmel straight. Ash is going to get the run. Is going to make it potentially a double for Pav if they're committed to this run. They're going to go side by side just coming out of the straight. Big contact going between the two BMWs. Pav remains committed to getting that move done. And Ash is going to be continuing alongside. 3 wide into the downhill of Sector 2. And a switchback coming from Pav nonetheless. These 3 are fighting tooth and nail. They want this more than anyone. Through No Name now. A little bit of a wobble, a bit of contact coming from both the BMWs there. But we are going to see them lose a bit of time to Pav now. Into Puon. Let's see if anyone is going to be able to get a good run. It's a very good line there from Avo. Nice and clean. Pav dipping a little bit into the dirt. Of course, Avo trying to close that gap, but Ash very much keen on making that move and getting that spot. Avo still has an opportunity here. Just needs to nail Eau Rouge. I think he's a little bit too close to the back of that McLaren to get the run that they necessarily want. Oh, big wobble from Pav though, and a loss of speed could be what he needs to get this run done. He's going to get it alongside. Down Kemmel is going to be tucking on ahead. And just like that, Avo is now back up into P15. But Albon is 4 seconds up the road, so this fighting is As we jump a bit further down, we can see there is a massive drag race going on. This is going to be COD, it's going to be Barcode, and it's going to be Amoth, as well as Kivatro, all getting stuck in. Big fight for I believe that's P6 here. Big fight is about to be kicking off. Someone's going to have to yield. Eau Rouge and Radion, they're going to be going side by side. That's Barcode and Kivatro. Big slide coming in from the Ferrari. They are going to be going massively off track. They're going to get the position, so I think race control might scrutinize that. Was going off track to gain or retain a position is not allowed, but Kivatro isn't going to take that one line down right close to the back of Barcode.
Tem pulga ali atrás acompanhando, mas tá com muita penalidade.
Let's see how hard he's going to push. COD, of course, waiting to see what these two do. Amoth is firmly away from the action. They can start to peel off and get themselves out of there. But Barcode v Kivatro, that's going to be where COD's eyes are firmly locked. Whoever comes out on top from this gives a key opportunity for COD to get some free positions. Or gain some positions back, really. We have seen him drop a little bit. Eyes on the prize. Barcode starting a little bit wide, and you can see Kivatro briefly for a second just trying to potentially make a move out of that, but arcing very quickly back in. Let's see what they do. It's very close to one another. Getting a brief read on the tyres. And of course, watching those two fight. Contact being made between. This could be an opportunity. That's going to be Barcode going very wide. Kivatro on the inside. That's a double overtake and a brilliant run there for COD Chaos. What a move. Perfect timing. Capitalised on both their mistakes. Amazing stuff there. COD effortless double overtake coming out of Blanchimont. It doesn't get more textbook than that. It's as if the waves themselves parted for him. As we come through, final section. Still keeping it flat. So, credit for the commitment. But, final corner now. Final corners. And coming across the line to win Division 1 Heat 1.
Come on!
It's gonna be green. What a run.
Let's go. Come on.
Great driving. Masterclass right there. GG's from him. And now you can see some of the rest of the field coming through. Legacy in second. Bonnie in third. And more of them are going to be coming through very soon. Randler, Breezy, Skiddy is going to be at the back end.